The cost of being average is too high. No one plans to be average. No one wakes up and says, I hope my life is forgettable. Yet that is exactly where most people end up. Not because they're incapable, not because they lack potential, but because they underestimate the cost of staying where they are. The truth is simple and uncomfortable. Being average is more expensive than being great. Average steals your time. Average drains your energy. Average taxes your soul. And by the time you realize the price you've paid, the receipt is your life. This is not a motivational speech. This is a warning. Because the cost of being average is too high. 1, average is not neutral. It's a slow death. Average sounds harmless. It sounds safe. It sounds like balance. But average is not neutral ground. It is silent erosion. Average doesn't destroy you overnight. It happens slowly, day by day, choice by choice. You skip one workout. You delay one goal. You silence one inner conviction. Nothing dramatic happens. That's why it's dangerous. You still wake up. You still go to work. You still smile. But something is leaking. Your hunger, your edge, your belief that you were made for more. Average is not failure. It's worse. Failure teaches. Average numbs. Failure forces you to confront reality. Average convinces you everything is fine. And while you're comfortable, life is passing you by. 2, time is the first thing average takes from you. Average doesn't ask for permission. It just takes. It takes your mornings, your evenings, your weekends. It trades them for distractions. Scrolling, binge watching, endless conversations about nothing. You don't feel robbed. You feel relaxed. Until you look up and realize, years are gone. The average life is built on wasted hours. Hours spent waiting to feel ready. Hours spent watching others live. Hours spent saying, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And one day, tomorrow doesn't come. Time is the most expensive currency you have. Average spends it carelessly. 3, average kills your identity. At first, average is something you do. Eventually, it becomes who you are. You stop saying, I'm building something, and start saying, I'm just trying to get by. You lower your standards, then you defend them. You begin to mock ambition. You criticize discipline. You label effort as obsession. Why? Because average needs justification. It needs everyone to slow down so it doesn't feel left behind. And slowly, without noticing, you forget the person you once imagined becoming. That's the real tragedy. Not that you didn't achieve everything, but that you stopped believing you could. 4, comfort is the most expensive drug. Average life is fueled by comfort. Comfort whispers, you deserve rest. You've done enough. Don't push so hard. Comfort feels kind, but it lies. Because comfort never tells you the full price. The price is stagnation. The price is regret. The price is knowing deep down that you settled. Comfort keeps you warm while your potential freezes. And the longer you stay comfortable, the harder it becomes to move. Average people aren't lazy. They are sedated. 5, the world doesn't reward average. Here's a brutal truth. The world does not pay for average. It doesn't remember average. It doesn't celebrate average. Average effort gets average results. Average skills get average opportunities. Average thinking gets average income. And average income buys average freedom. Which means you work longer. You stress more. You depend on systems you don't control. Not because you're unlucky, but because you never separated yourself from the crowd. Standing out is uncomfortable, but blending in is expensive. 6, average costs you your dreams. Think about the dreams you once had, not the ones you say out loud. The real ones. The ones that scared you. The ones you buried because they felt unrealistic. Average didn't kill them instantly. It starved them. Every time you chose safe instead of bold. Every time you chose easy instead of necessary. Every time you chose approval instead of purpose. Dreams don't die dramatically. They fade quietly. And the worst pain is not failing at your dreams. It's forgetting them. 7. Discipline is a line between average and exceptional. There is one difference between those who escape average and those who don't. Discipline, not motivation, not talent, not luck. Discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done when you don't feel like it. Average lives on feelings. Exceptional lives on principles. Average asks, what do I want right now? Exceptional asks, what does my future demand? Discipline is uncomfortable in the short term. Average is uncomfortable in the long term. Choose your discomfort. 8. The price of average increases with age. When you're young, average feels harmless. You tell yourself, I have time. And you do. But time passes. Responsibilities grow. And suddenly, change costs more. More energy. More courage. More sacrifice. Average compounds. The longer you stay, the harder it is to leave. That's why most people don't change later in life. Not because they don't want to, but because average already owns too much of them. 9. Average is a choice you make daily. No one becomes average overnight. It's a daily vote. One more excuse. One more delay. One more compromise. And just like that, the standard drops. But here's the good news. The same way you chose average, you can choose something else. Every day, you don't need a grand transformation. You need a relentless one. 10. Relentless is the antidote to average. Relentless doesn't mean perfect. It means you don't quit. You don't negotiate with weakness. You don't wait for permission. You show up when it's boring. You work when no one is watching. Relentless is silent. Relentless is patient. Relentless compounds. Average quits when it gets uncomfortable. Relentless adapts. Average looks for exits. Relentless looks for solutions. 11. Your future is watching you. Picture your future self. 10 years from now, they're watching what you do today. Every choice, every excuse, every act of courage. They are either thanking you or paying for you. There is no neutral outcome. 12. The final truth. One day this all ends. Your excuses won't matter. Your fears won't matter. Only what you did with what you were given. Average will not protect you from regret. Only action will. The cost of discipline is temporary. The cost of average is permanent. So don't ask, what's the risk of trying? Ask, what's the cost of staying the same? Because the cost of being average is too high.